name is Joran, profiting around 3 to 4k a month. I hope to reach a 6k in profit, start in product substitution. A dramatic increase in sales. It was not 20%, it was not 40%, it was probably like 200 or 300%. It was actually quite ridiculous.
All right, what's up guys? This is Mark Augustine here, and in this video, Joran and I are gonna give you an eBay dropshipping hack that could boost your sales and profits immediately. And we're going to give you evidence, both case studies, 1 or 2 case studies that actually worked, and evidence from eBay's pattern on why it works. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay to the end. I have a giveaway at the end of the video. But let me introduce myself really quickly. My name is Mark Augustine. For those of you guys who don't know me, most of you guys are new to the channel who are watching these videos. So if you want to make money online, I suggest you subscribe to the channel. We continuously publish videos showing you how to make money online. I've been dropshipping on eBay since 2011. I've sold over $20 million on 5 different marketplaces. And in this video, I have Joran, a gentleman who I did videos with previously. He's currently making between $3,000 to $4,000 profit dropshipping on eBay. And our goal is to get him to $6,000 profit consistently on a monthly basis. And we hope that we could carry 10 of you guys watching this video to that $6,000 mark as well. Joran, you want to introduce yourself?
I think Mark did a pretty good job, but my name is Joran. I've been dropshipping since probably May last year. Started with Shopify dropshipping, now doing eBay dropshipping for about 5 months. Yeah, it's been going pretty well, profiting around 3 to 4k a month. Went through a rough patch because I'm doing it from Europe in the United States, but we're figuring out slowly as it goes, and it's been going quite well. So like he said, I hope to reach a 6k in profit each month. That would be absolutely amazing. And that's why we're here making these videos, to find what we come across and what we figure out and share it with you guys.
Okay, so before we show them exactly what, I'm going to share with you guys posts that Sammy, a friend of mine and the co-founder of Ecom Sniper, did, and that has some data in it. But before we do that, Joran, you just want to share your screen. You could just show the overview screen so that the guys watching this, like I built an eBay account from scratch, so you guys could see, but Joran has implemented a lot of product substitution and gotten up to selling like $23,000 in sales. So you could just share your overview so they know it's not nonsense, right? Like there are a lot of people who fake this stuff.
So here, as you can see, the last 7 days have had 3.6k in revenue. That's probably, with my profit margins, I'd say it's probably around 800 euros, probably.
Right.
Something like that.
Okay, nice.
700, 800 euros right now. Maybe a bit less. Nah, it should be around that.
Right.
And that's all product substitution.
Right. Okay. And you have 18,000 last 30 days. I'm going to share my screen really quickly so we could go over. Okay. So this is a post made by Sammy on Reddit, and I'll put a link to the post in the description. But what the post basically breaks down, so Ben is a relatively new Ecom Sniper member. I actually did a video with him. The interesting thing about Ben, he was also part of DSGini when I built DSGini maybe like between 7 and 9 years ago, right? And what the post talks about is that Ben had 8,800 listings. He cut it down, or pruned down, as we say, to 4,333 listings. And the next day, his sales went up to 20%. Now, I've done multiple videos over the years on like pruning. As you can see, this is my YouTube channel. It says 1, 2, 3. And these videos were done 9 years ago, right? And the interesting thing about this is that when I was doing those videos, they were more instinctively, right? What I was thinking at the time was that I was limited. So back in the day, Joran, it wasn't like now. Like when we just got a brand new eBay account, you might have like 100 listings that you could list at like $5,000. They used to start you off with really, really low. So I would like manually list 100 items, delete the items that didn't sold, and over time have an account that would have like 100% sell-through rate, meaning almost 100% of the items that I sold, that I listed, would sell, right? Now, instinctively, I was like, okay, I need to reduce all the items that don't work. I need to keep the ones that sell. And first, that started off because it limited of listings I had. But then it just became, I tend to see some sort of like effect on sales. And then we had a piece of software called Shopee Spy, which
Hmm.
Zeek Analytics pretty much copied, and that's what Zeek Analytics now.
Right.
But one of the metrics in Zeek and one of the metrics that we had in Shopify was the sell-through rate, not knowing that there was an actual reason for it affecting sales, right?
Right.
And then
I mean, it makes sense, right? Because I think what that explains is that in a lot from a logical point of view, you only have a limited amount of listings, right? So you can list 100 items. So you're not gonna want to keep items in there that don't sell because you want to make use of the spots that you have.
right.
We tend to be less aware of this when you have 10,000 items. You'll be like, yeah, if just some of them sell, they're fine, right? But with 100, you can't really afford to like not have 10 items that have zero views, zero sales, because you just need to find a better item then,
Right,
essentially.
right, 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 right. And as a consequence, over time, from those 100 items, I was able to build a store with less than 400 listings selling $100,000, right? Because
Yeah.
it was like a continuous habit of making sure that I only had items that sold. But
Yeah.
now, like with the research that Sammy did, he found a pattern that actually shows that there's something called a formula, a search rank, where the sell-through rate actually affects how your items rank on eBay, and that is covered in the Reddit post. So
Right.
basically, what we're saying is that it's that we don't. What have you seen in? First of all, before we get into that, what have you seen in your account? Did you delete a lot of items recently? Because we talked about that a little bit.
So I think about 1.5 or 2 months ago, things really were not working out for me. I think I made like 20 euros a day in profit, and I was at 10K listings.
Mhm.
I was like going around everywhere asking what I should do, and I would go into the call, the
Right.
weekly call that we have in the community, and I would ask questions, and I would get tips. You do this, and like things were not really working, and then you do that, and things were not really working, and then the end goal was for me to just delete all my basically 80% or 90% of my items, and then at the same time start with product substitution.
Right.
And I think those two things in combination like gave my account a boost in sell-through rate and in listing quality score, I think it's called. And then I just saw an increase of a dramatic increase in sales. It was not 20%, it was not 40%, it was probably like 200 or 300%. It was actually quite ridiculous.
Right.
If, but yeah, there was like which might not be something you would expect, but you can at least expect like an increase in sales. And a more recent example was because I went up to like 6,000 listings again or 5.8, and then I just yesterday I deleted 2.5k items. Today, maybe coincidentally, I'm having a lot more sales than I would usually have. We'll
Right.
see throughout the week if that's actually gonna like be a thing, but that's so far how it looks.
Right, because if you look at the research that Sammy did, like on one of his accounts, he went from 24,000 listings to 7,000 listings and saw a jump in sales. And eBay actually said that they run cycles in 6 to 24 hours. So basically, your listings, the effect that the change you make take effect between 6 and 24 hours, right?
Right, to show what he exactly says, right? Because I think it is important to
Right,
if you
okay.
so once you read it, it makes sense. I think when we explain it also makes sense. But what it means is just like your impressions went down because that listings they stopped showing, right? They're not
Right.
there anymore. You deleted them, but then the clicks went up and your conversion rate goes up, which means that your winning products also start ranking higher, right? So you will just get like a small little formula of like pushing your listings up higher, which means you will make more sales. Important to notice that this doesn't happen instantly, right? It happens within 6 to 24 hours, which makes sense. Like eBay's algorithm takes time to catch up. Maybe it even takes longer, honestly. Like it can take longer than that for sure, I think, to like maximize the outcome. but it just shows that it truly works. And honestly, I'd recommend everyone doing this, even though it feels a bit counterintuitive to delete all your listings you like worked hard for to list.
Right.
And you're like it feels like you're taking a risk by deleting them, but in the end, you will do your account and your well wallet a big favor, right? With that.
Right, exactly. So what part of the ranking formula is search rank equal purchases divided by total listings. I guess you could change that to sales as we are sellers. So basically the number of items that sold divided by total listings. So if you sold 100 items and you have like 10,000 listings, the number you would get is a lot lower than if you had like 100 items sold and like 50 listings, right? So that would affect how your items are ranked. And that's something that Sammy covers here in the Reddit post. And he also talks about the 6 to 24 hours of eBay ranking. But guys, that's just the summary of why you guys should be deleting items that don't sell. We have a pruning tool in Ecom Sniper that automatically helps you delete all the items that have no sales and no views. Those are how we decide at Ecom Sniper. We decide what are good listings and what are not. But Joran, do you delete any items that have views and have some views and no sales, or you just stick to no sales and no views?
Well, I was also deleting items that have well a lot of views and no sales because I think it goes into the same ballpark. Like they have
Right.
views but no sales. It doesn't really matter if they have views, right? If they don't make you money. Like what's the point of having them on? Like you will just get fake data kind of. Like you will have a lot of clicks and impressions or views and then but no sales. It's just you also don't want to keep those items in. I'm sure. I think I was talking to Matt, and he said, "Yeah, you should also just delete those items because they're no good either."
Right. Like I know sometimes you may not want to delete some that have views because it may sell in like a month or two or three. And I think that thought process is more like a bulk theory type thing because you're listing a ton of items and you have less control over the direction that your sales go in. But when you're doing product substitution and sniping and you're really in your account and managing your account well, I agree with you and Matt. Like, just remove the items that are not selling, right? So, guys, if
Yep.
you're watching the video and you have an eBay account and you've had this experience, I will invite you to comment. We're also going to do a giveaway of Ecom Sniper for one member at the end of October. So those of you guys make the best comment. We'll choose from all the best comments for the month. So comment and we'll choose one of the comments to get a free Ecom Sniper. And I'll put a link to a calendar where you could book a call with myself and Joran so we can help you guys get where you would like to get to making money online with eBay dropshipping, right? Put a link to Joran's YouTube channel. But guys, like the video, subscribe. I'm going to have Joran more regularly. We're going to be slowly talking through these topics and hopefully helping you guys get to making $6,000 a month profit. Joran is already between $3,000 and $4,000, so he's more than halfway there. We invite you guys to join Ecom Sniper, join the community. Joran, you want to say anything before we go?
No, I think you pretty much summarized it all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right, guys. So like the video, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing your comments, respond to your comments, and check out the description for all the free resources and a link to the calendar. Have a good one, guys.